Well, Natalie and Mark, it's Inter Dominion time again, and you know all about it. First night heats are always interesting because we're not sure what's going to happen. Looking at barrier draws 2200 metres, the first heat, uh, we're looking at number 6, do you think, Natalie? Ultimate Sniper. You happy with him?
Oh, I'm very happy with him, Dave. I just think right-handed's probably not his pet way of going, but he hasn't let us down yet. He's worked very, very good, but I just think in the run I'm going to be up the track for a fair way. But he seems really well.
And Mark, Ashley Locas, the question, of course, is he hasn't raced for so long. He had a few setbacks, but seems to be doing well. What would you expect from him?
I think he'd go a good race, Dave. I think he's got an ideal draw first up for him, where he's not going to have to do, burn hard early, and I think he'll need the run, but he generally races well fresh, so I think he wouldn't be far away.
And just Natalie, Chase Auckland, we haven't got Tim here, but you've driven Chase Auckland to win at Auckland. So what would you expect from him? He's obviously adept this way round.
Look, I think you're given a good barrier draw here. There's only the 2 heats each night, so I think got to take advantage, take the bull by the horns a little bit, have a crack early. He seems really well within himself. He's travelled up wonderfully. He's done so much travelling now. So look, I'd be surprised if Timmy doesn't seriously have a look early.
Yes. Where do you see the dangers, Natalie? You seem to have perhaps a theory on this.
Oh, look, I honestly think that everyone's forgotten about San Carlo. I think he's a really good horse. People forget how many good runs he's run. Bex will be driving him quite positive, I'd imagine. Like, imagine her either parked or looking for the top. So I think he's probably the best roughie of the night.
Ah.
Yeah.
The second heat's quite bad news draw-wise, and the fixer particularly, perhaps, Natalie, not suited where it's the death draw, isn't it?
No, look, I'm not too unhappy, Davey, this week. I was a little bit disappointed through Cup Week with both of his runs. I thought both trips he had every chance. I know I drove him quite aggressive in the Cup and I did make that mid-race move, but I thought I gave him a chance to win. And then that second heat in the free-for-all, I sat 1-1 and didn't pass a horse, which worried me a little bit. So I was disappointed. So this week, being back on the fence there, it'll give me a good guide onto where he's at.
Good. And Mark Cruz Bromack, well, he's surprised us a wee bit perhaps on New Zealand Cup Day. Where do you place him since then? How are you rating his progress since?
Well, he was probably unlucky in the free-for-all too, Dave. Maybe if he'd had a clear run up the straight, he possibly could have won that too after the Cup. So right-handed, he seems to be a happier horse right-handed. So, if that's the case and on his current form, you'd have to think he's probably our best chance going forward.
And where do you rate another masterpiece at this stage?
He's a horse that's probably just not quite there yet. Certainly, if there was 3 heats, that would have been more ideal in his case. But he's probably a horse that we hope the series will improve him. But he probably just needs the experience of this top grade just to make him.
Would we be agreed that Cruz is possibly the best of the stable for the night, or you wouldn't go that far?
No, I would probably say he's our best prospect on the night.
I'd nearly disagree with that. I'd say Chase Auckland. I just think, he's got the barrier draw, he's fit and he's well, he's done so much travelling, he's landed up here good. So I think I just think Cruz Bromack is going to have to do mid-race work. Probably one of his the fancy like Bling It On's going to be way in front of him. So yeah, I'd nearly say I'd be looking at Chase Auckland.